Hello and welcome to Las Vegas, the United States of America. And we are here for the 2018 361 World Men's Curling Championship from the Orleans Arena as we take a look at the Grand Canyon, which is just a short helicopter ride from Las Vegas. Fans filtering in for this draw, which is inside the Orleans Arena. The arena has hosted many curling events in the past, but it's the World Championships that are on showcase this morning. So, session 6, it's Japan versus Netherlands in our feature lineup. I am Kenny Edwards and I'm joined by Sandor Rolvag for what should be a very entertaining game.
Definitely, should be a close one.
Teams just making their way out onto the ice in preparation for this game. Both these young sides fairly new to the World Championship scene. It's Japan's first appearance, certainly for this lineup anyway, and the Netherlands. But we'll take a look at the team, Sander.
Yeah, the lead we have Yutaka Ayoma at lead, Ryotaro Shokoya at second. Skip and throwing the third stones we have Masaki Iwai, and throwing the fourth stones for Team Japan is Go Aoki. And lead for Team Netherlands is Carlo Glasbergen. Throwing second stones we have Laurens Hoekman. At third and vice skip for the Dutch is Wouter Huskens. And team skip of Team Netherlands is Jaap van Dorp.
So let's take a look at the standings. It's Sweden, Korea and Norway that are topping the table, yet to be defeated. Canada, China, Scotland with 2 wins. Italy, Netherlands, Russia, United States with that single win, but Germany, Japan and Switzerland, somewhat surprisingly, yet to pick up a win. Only 2 games in session 6. Our feature game between Japan and the Netherlands, and also Norway taking on the United States. Teams just getting prepared to take to the ice. Japan yet to pick up a win and have been struggling somewhat to get a foothold in some of the games early on. How important is it for them to get off to a quick start here against the Netherlands?
I think it's quite key for them to just feel like they have a chance in this game, and I think they'll have that chance because the Dutch team they're a little bit too defensive. They don't really put any pressure on their opponents. There's a good chance to let Japan just hang on for a long time, and the inconsistency and the inexperience of Japan might not come through as much in this game as versus other opponents. So I'll be hoping for Jaap van Dorp to call a bit more of an aggressive game, put some pressure on these Japanese boys, because they are a little bit inexperienced, all inconsistent, and I'll definitely get some mistakes from them. They should be looking to pounce on them, but could be very open and defensive. We'll see. There's actually a good chance we might see Japan actually try and push the envelope a little bit. Maybe even inspired by teams like Yosuke Morizumi's men's team that represented Japan at the Olympic Games. They play with lots of stones in play.
Yeah, we have seen Yuzuki Morozumi at the World Championships a number of times representing Japan, but it's Go Aoki that is wearing the Japanese colours, and there are the colours. It's Japan playing red, Netherlands yellow. Japan with last stone advantage. And we're just about to get underway. Carlo Glasbergen, 27-year-old.
Hij is goed, ietsje wijd. Snel bal, wijd, heel wijd. Lauw, lauw, heel wijd. Slag, slag. Top 8. Kult nu wel. Vol 4.
This is second appearance at the World Championships. They played in 2017.
Ja, op een niet verse paardje. Dat op de verse paardje gewoon echt graag.
Ja,
Zo target hem kan. Oké, dit om. Yes. Go. Spring.
Tako Aoyama
No maar de. Yes. Go. Spring. Spring. Spring.
back in the lineup this morning. Japan have been playing a sort of rotation with their alternate between the lead and second. Something that some teams employ, like Germany do employ that tactic. But do you agree with mixing the lineup during a championship, Sander?
I'm not huge on the mixing the lineup, but when you have a 5-man team for the whole season, you can't just bench one player. So it's a compromise you make to be able to have more than the 4 over a season. You know, a lot of these teams aren't fully professional yet. They'll have families and work, and those commitments will take up some time. And you know, it's good to have a spare player. But when you get to a World Championship, then you have 5 guys that's put in that commitment. You're just going to have to let everyone play, I think. Definitely, if you rotate the whole season, you'll be more adept to it as well.
Yeah, so not much going on in the first end. Only 1 stone in play. 4 rock free guard zone. So anything short of the house with the first 4 stones can't be removed from play. Lawrence Hoekman, second player for the Netherlands.
Yep.
I had some struggles early on in this competition, Hoekman, so it'd be nice for him to settle in with a few simple shots as well.
Come on. Whoa. 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 Ring. Ring. Whoa. Okay. Hachi.
Oh, makes the take out. Very quiet in the arena this morning. Only 2 games being played.
Yep, hard. Even al. Hard. Hard, jongens. Even al. Goed, hard. Hard, boys. Yep. Helemaal door. Okay, top.
Needing to make a roll off that red stone to get into play, the scoring area there, the blue 12-foot circle.
Yes. Yep. Yes. Height. 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 Whoa.
Shukaya for Japan. Hits and possibly sits just short of the scoring area. As we see the rules of play there, 6 ends minimum in the round robin. 38 minutes thinking time and 1 60-second timeout for both teams.
Yep.
Walter Huskens, the third. Really is a strong player for the Netherlands.
Always looks a bit shaky coming out the hack, but certainly makes his shots. Doesn't really matter how you do it, as long as you make them.
Yeah, for sure. But as you said earlier, Sander, you'd expect most teams to come around this corner guard who had last stone. Japan just electing to peel it off.
I wonder if they're just wanting to keep things all open. Haven't been able to watch their games too closely yet this week. If they've played too aggressively and feel like they're want to pull back, or if they just have a game plan for the first end to blanket. Don't mind seeing teams just stick to the game plan, or the end plan rather. The card was also yellow, so even if they make the draw round, Dutch could play the run back. And now they'll just draw to the open house, try and stay away from that corner guard.
Waar mogelijk. Goed erin, jongens. Hard, 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 hard. Hard. Hard, 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 hard. Oké, goed geweest, boys. Lekker bezig. Lekker bezig houden. Wat was dit dan?
Masaki AY. Needs this one to curl up. Oh, just catches the edge and spins that one to the right-hand side. Well,
that's a bad mistake. You'll expect any other players in this field to make an open takeout every time. You might get a couple of misses, but that's through the whole championship, if so.
First look at Jaap van Dorp, skip for the Netherlands. Really does hold the team together.
Yeah, real good shot maker. Will make all the simple shots well when he needs to draw the forefoot, make that open nose hit, but he can also make the big shots. So it's important for his team to set him up nicely. His third, Wouter, is a bit key. If he makes a couple of good shots and Jaap van Dorp can follow, we can win a few games. Always making progress though, the Dutch. Been on the tour for quite a few years, they've won a few events, they're just getting slightly closer every year. They're hoping to at least improve on their record from Edmonton a year ago.
Yeah, the real focus for that Dutch side was to make the Olympics, which they didn't manage to do through the qualification. This is go Aoki. This also sitting a little bit high for line. Catches the left-hand side and rolls out of play.
Zeker niet meer. Hetzelfde, ja. Ja, gewoon top 12, buiten 8. Oké, maar hetzelfde is toch prima? Ja, iets dieper is oké. Je wil wel gewoon 2 in het huis zijn natuurlijk. Ja, zeker. Maar het liefst gewoon buiten 8.
Gewoon geen no-escape.
Okay. Ja, precies. Is goed. Een hartje. Ja. Niet veel, maar. Nee, niet veel. Niet zoveel. Ik denk dat het wel even minder. 10 minder.
Ja, Van Dorp just looking for this one, top of the 12 foot, would you say, Sander?
Yeah, it's just to lie to force Japan to score their one, but you put it top house, so you force go Aoki to maybe come a bit wider with a draw, maybe get a mistake. Could also put this just in the 8 foot on the tee line somewhere and make him question if he wants to draw or hit. But he's hoping to keep that high enough that Japan can't make the nose hit for one. But I think they might have just slipped a tiny bit too deep for that. So go Aoki with a chance to make the nose hit for the one.
Yep, made the nose hit for one, and it's Japan who strike first, taking a 1-0 lead after the first end.
Ja, je kan altijd belen en opnieuw beginnen. Opnieuw opbouwen. Ja, dat kan volgens mij ook makkelijk. Oké, je hebt het gaan ervoor. Top. Ik denk dat hij deze kant op wel iets meer gekeurde in ieder geval. Tenminste, zo.
So back underway in the second end. It's Japan leading this World Championship matchup against the Netherlands.
7、6、5、6、4、5、ウェイトオンリー。ちょっと幅あるよ。ラインだけでウェイトは大丈夫。ちょっとありそう、伸びてる。ちょっと幅ある、幅ある。7。ちょっとあるな。13.5。
Will we see a corner guard from the Netherlands, do you think, Sander?
I think so. Especially with that stone slipping to the back four. And having Japan scored one in the first, they should and need to get something going.
Lijns goed. 2. Niet te tight, hè. 2 is oké. Komt-ie.
I think you'll see them put the corner guard up in the right spots quite often. The question is, will they use it?
Oké, top. Mooi steen, Carlo.
Japan will be coming into the top house with this one. You might see them guard if that stone is in front of the tee line, that first red. That's quite normal to bring the second one in. If you're not controlling the top of the forefoot. It does allow the Netherlands to perhaps make the hit and roll and bring the play over towards the corner guard.
Very nice guard. Put that one tight to the house.
Thank you.
They're just going to ignore that red stone back of the four and go around the corner. So they are going to use it.
Almost a tiny bit surprised by the call. I think
Make sure, gaat wel. Deze lengte, jongens.
we'll expect them to maybe come around that centre or try and move it. It's good to see them just ignore that centre line fully. Come straight around. Maybe just a slight undersweep.
Ging echt heel hard toen die ging.
He's boasting good numbers last year in Edmonton, Glasbergen. There's Shari Leibrandt-Demen. He's been coaching this Dutch side for many years, done a really good job bringing the boys out into the light. Of course, she's played a World Championship herself, skipping the Netherlands.
Well, Japan got two guards out front, and that red stone back of the four. Rather than play the come around, they're going to peel the guards off. J.D. Lind, the coach of Japan,
Yeah, got into coaching quite early, just edging out of juniors. Coached Charlie Thomas when they won the World Juniors in 2007. Moved to Japan quite shortly after, and been working with them ever since.
Okay, take him out, 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 take him out.
That's not a bad result there, actually.
Okay, mooi stelen.
Opens it up and pushes that red in behind the corner guard. Only problem is that corner guard's not going to be there for long.
Yeah, off of the corner guard, opens things up. And a good opportunity for maybe Japan to force here in the second end.
Yeah, always love to just force right back and get the hammer back. Try again for your 2. We'll try this freeze now with Lauren Zuckman. Corner freeze that red stone on the wing. It'll be really tough to remove for Japan.
Has this one got a lot of running on it, Sander? Is it going to slip right through? It is. So big mistake. So rather than maybe forcing, Japan have a chance to maybe steal here on the second end. Just looking for this one tight to the rings, would you say the call is, Sander?
I'm looking to just get it top 8, actually. Don't want to leave any guards for Netherlands. Just going to slip a little too deep. I'd see the Dutch actually just play a nose hit here and sit right on top, frozen.
So let's take a look over at the other game that's going on this morning. Norway, United States, first end. Greg Persinger. Looks like he's having to play against 2 just to nudge the red back for a single point. Colin Huffman on the broom, going really hard. Have they got it past this top yellow guard? Just catches it, slips right through. It's going to be a big steal of 2 for Norway. So it's Norway 2, United States 0.
Well, not able to sit right on top here. Netherlands just rolling to the wing, so Japan can hit, maybe even roll a tad to the right as we see it. And 3 reds in there. I'll be looking pretty good for their force. I think you might want to rather roll all the way out than inside and leave a pocket for Jaap van Dorp. The 2 other reds are still pretty flat, and there's lots of distance. Just get a tiny roll to the right, so looking pretty good for Japan.
Yeah, Jaap van Dorp deciding he's going to have to move some of these reds. Just hit and roll to the side of the red in the button.
Close. Oh! Close. Oh. Hold him, go. Nice, good. Okay.
Squeezes the two stones together.
まあ中でもいいし。俺？あ、俺？俺どうした？そうだね。はい。持ってて。いいよ。まだ言わしようと思ってた。もう来たよ。
Yeah, Van Dorp on the Dutch side won't really want to be scoring a single point in this second.
Okay. Stay はダメだから。Okay. まあ中入ったら待つ。Okay. No more. Yes. 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 Go. Yes. Yes. Go. Yes. Hi. Hi. Hi.
Hits and rolls away. Very nice shot by Go Aoki.
That's good. Still leaves a chance for Van Dorp to freeze this shot stall now, just slightly on the left from our point of view. It'll be pretty tough for Aoki to remove. With the right angle, you try and hit it, it'll just bounce over and catch that stone just played by Japan. Needs to be pretty good though.
Minimaal. Ja, als niet eerst. Ja. Ja. Toch? Ja. Hij gaat wel iets meer curlen hier. Ja, maar als je stept, toch? Ja, klopt. Oké, ja.
See the raw clock coming up as well. So have a good look at how the ice is running. Have we been looking at maybe 14 and change?
Yeah, 14.2 roughly has been the hog-to-hog timing.
That's 13.4. You'd think it might be a tad pacey, even for the second end. This one actually will slip all the way through. Just about, yeah. Disappointing to see that from Van Dorp.
Yeah, so big chance for Japan to pile the pressure on in this second end. Look for something top of the forefoot. How's the line looking? Line looks okay. Don't want to drift too far and leave a nose hit though. Leaving that one just sitting a little bit shorter. Taking it too far for me, Sander. What do you think?
Yeah, just you want to be just nibbling the forefoot there so you can't make the nose hit double and score. Force the button draw, just so Jaap Van Dorp missed the rings altogether. I think the end they were just sweeping to try and make it curl just a tap more. So it'd be tougher to just nose hit the back one in the forefoot. Does at least pressure Jaap Van Dorp to make a double. There's no gimme.
Well, they're going hard on this one. This is beginning to pull. Have they done enough to hold it straight? They're on the inside. Gets rid of one. Catches the outside red, and that's going to be a steal of two for Japan. Wow, big mistake in this second end. What a great start for the Dutch. So it's Japan who now lead 3-0 after two ends.
なんかね、残したかったけど回りすぎたね。遅いの怖い。
Oké.
Maar goed. Ja, nu denk ik, ja, we moeten eigenlijk wel meer.
Maar we weten het wel, we moeten gewoon communiceren.
Ja, precies.
Want we weten dat Laurens hier 3-9 gooit voor zijn dwarshot.
Ja.
Dus.
Oh, ja, dat wist ik echt niet, dat ik 3-9 had. Oké.
Ja, of zeg je iets geks.
Ja, 3-9. Ja, dan weet ik niet waarom we 3,85 gooien op Jaap.
Nee, precies.
Dat
soort dingen, je moet gewoon communiceren.
Oké.
Gewoon iets meer praten, we weten het heus wel. Dus kom wel goed.
Oké.
Maar ja, ik zeg gewoon nog een cornertje en ik zat handje gewoon 2 pakken nu.
Nee, ja, we weten het wel.
Ja, precies. Gewoon goede setup.
Ja. Oké, top.
Oké jongens, zet hem op.
Back with this third end here at the 361 World Men's Curling Championship from Las Vegas, Nevada in the United States of America. I'm Kenny Edwards and I'm joined by Sander Rovag for this session 6 in the matchup between Japan and the Netherlands. Japan leading 3-0 and a few mistakes from this young Dutch side early on, Sander.
Yeah, just haven't really played that well yet. Stone positioning haven't been very threatening at all for Japan. Made things very easy for them in that second end. Just hit and stuck around, and Jaap van Dorp just drawing her through the house on his first one. Not even making the double on his second to score one. Just a lot of mistakes throughout. It'll be interesting now to see how the Dutch side will actually approach it now. 3 down, they're going to have to play with some offense. That's what we said with they've lacked in the past. But also to see the young Japanese side and their inexperience and how it will show the 3-point lead, how they're going to defend it. It's a little bit early to turn on all the defensive gears. 8 ends with 3-point lead, but it'll be fun to see their approach. So we want to keep playing on and keep putting the pressure on the Dutch.
Klein tapje maar. Oké, top 4. Ja. Yep, line, yep. Hard. Top 4. Hard line. 4 line. Hard line. Hard jongens, alles hard. Oké, top 4. Hard. Hard alles. Je zit erop, hard, helemaal door. Top 8. Hard alles. 12. Zet hem gewoon keihard naar binnen.
Ja, corner 一番でいいんじゃない？コーナーだけ
You're
じゃ
not surprised at this call, Sander? Peeling the guards off?
Well, do you think to peel the centre guards, or I'd say you could maybe peel the corner. That's all tough to do, but I wouldn't mind just see them come straight around, to be honest. 2 centre guards up. If you come around top 8 here, it's really Netherlands that will need to tidy up. So don't really see the reason for opening up the centre line for your opponent that has hammer, leaving the corner guard potentially. Although maybe the call is to get the 2 yellows here.
Yeah, a little bit of a strange call, that one. Maybe showing their inexperience.
Yeah, I can see the thought of being defensive and keeping things open when you have a 3-point lead, but that scenario, the best defense would have been offense, I think. It's always good to try and kick your opponent while they're down as well. You're 3-point up. Pile on the pressure, force a few errors, run away with it.
Yeah, really had a good chance of applying more pressure. If they could have drawn round in on top of the red. Sure, maybe JD Lind will review that after the game and ask what the thought process was.
Yeah, it's the kind of scenario, situation that coaches will definitely plot down and might revisit.
This one looks good. But just doesn't make the inside roll. Hookman for the Netherlands, trying to remove both reds.
Yep, Nederland. Yep.
Hookman, the student,
Yep.
back home in Holland.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Gets rid of one.
Okay.
Just misses the back one.
Oké, dan. Goed feest, jongens.
コントロールかな。フォローできたらいいね。クリーンだけやるんで、ちょっと指示伝えてください。聞こえないかもしれない。コント。オッケー。外ロールもまあありっちゃうかな。オッケー。
So just looking to maybe hit and roll off this Yellowstone in the 8-foot. Masaki AY.
そうか。オッケー。外行くか。あ、まだだ。あ、でも後ろ当たっちゃう。シューター前行くな。
Pushes the yellow through, back onto the red. So there's the first mistake from this young Japanese side. As we take a look at the other game that's going on. Only 2 sessions on in this draw 6. Norway leading United States 2-1. And they're in the third end.
Ja, 4-0. 4-1.
Ja, 4-0. Ja. Lijns goed. 12. Lijnlengte. Top 4. Roos. Top 12, top 8. Lijnlengte. Top 8. Je hebt heel veel ruimte nog. Lijnlengte, jongens. Lijn is goed. Top 8. Veel veel. Carlo. Hij is Carlo. Vol 8. Carlo, finish. Vol 4, denk ik. Top 4. Voor de tee.
Bij het tee.
Yep. Kijk weer.
Oh, very nice drawing behind the corner.
Een beetje inconsistent gegooid. 4分の1から3分の1だな。
Got to say, the reason Japan find themselves in a little bit of trouble, although they have made one mistake, it's that call early on in this end.
これじゃ無理で。今度だと多分ここまでしか来ない。
どれぐらい ?4分の1。いけなくないと思うよ。曲がり大きいし。
まあいけてこうだね。
そうだね。ちょい曲がりよ。
So going to chase around the corner guard. Do you feel, Sander, with this?
Yeah, just throw the in turn, some soft weight, maybe hack board. Just got to make sure you Actually remove the yellow. Don't be too cute and keep them around the rings. If you can ever make the roll in behind the centre guard, it's pretty good. This is where it's not too bad to even roll too far and pop out the other side of the centre guard, just so Netherlands can't make the hit and roll back. Try and group these yellows, might get a double.
Yeah, I thought they might have dropped the weight slightly and maybe played hack so they can catch this top yellow and roll down in. Because they played the up weight takeout, this is going to roll possibly right through.
Okay.
I think maybe just dropped the weight to hack. They could have chipped the yellow and rolled in behind the centre for shot stone. Still leave Netherlands sitting 2.
Ik denk gewoon 4-0. Ik ga dan niet gooien, sorry man.
Ik denk dat je een aardje meer kan hebben.
Oké.
Gewoon 3-9.
Ik denk gewoon hetzelfde. Ja, dit
Dan is
paardje
die in ieder geval niet diep.
Ja. Dit paardje is traag, maar anders ook gelijk. Ja, gaan we doen. Ja.
Coming on the centre guard here. Got to be pretty careful. This needs to be pretty precise. You drop it short, you leave another guard for Japan to come around. Come deep, you leave Japan something to freeze on to. Could have drawn this open. It's a pretty good draw by Kuskens in the end. He keeps it kind of open, which is not bad. I'll leave them a chance to use it later. It's not so deep that the freeze takes away all the yellows.
もう削るわ全部。
いいと思うね。
とりあえずまあ3はしょうがない。
どっちがいい？
こっち。厚くてヒットロールでもいいけど。
Okay.
We got the hit and roll here for Japan or the double. Not sure what the call is, but they'll have both options in mind. Throwing down this line, big weight.
Looking for a nice roll across to the other yellow.
Huge weight from. Look at that.
Nice.
Yeah, great double by Go Aoki. Certainly has him a leg drive.
Ik denk dat hij hier wel gaat.
Ik denk het eigenlijk ook wel.
Hij zal hier wel gaan. Hè?
Yeah, Van Dorp still got a good opportunity to pick up 2 in this third end.
Okay. Gewoon net een steentje.
Chance hasn't gone with that good double.
Okay. Oké, ja. Nog maar een haartje meer, Wouter.
Ja.
Gaat hij weg. Oké, ja.
Ik denk het ook wel.
10. Gewoon 10.
Looks like just a control takeout in this back red. Hitting. Try and maybe get the inside roll in behind the yellow.
Yep.
Roll to the open side. Still a chance for Japan maybe to hit and roll to the back of the forefoot for shot stone, do you think?
I think maybe just gets it shot zone with a perfect roll. It's worth a go. Even if you just roll half buried here, it'll be a little tougher for Jaap van Dorp to get his 2.
Okay, control.
Jumped on the sweeping early, so must have been a little bit narrow with the line. Off it now. Caught the nose. Leaving a free draw for Jaap van Dorp to get his first points on the board. Will it be a single or a deuce here in the third end?
Oké, ja.
Laat het wel weten. Het is bijna hetzelfde paardje en het 1 of niet.
Ja, dit is iets wijder.
Ietsje wijder.
Oké.
Ik denk gewoon 4-0. 4-0, ja. 95 kan.
Ja, dat kan je wel uit.
Oké. 4-0 is goed.
The final stone of the third end, Jaap van Dorp. Just needs fully 8 foot to pick up 2.
Kul nog niet, blijf hem cleanen.
Top 4.
Ga nu curlen.
10-lijn.
Ga nu curlen, kulspel.
Top af.
Make sure. Moed vol. Kulspel, boys, hard. Yep. Yep, moed vol.
Tijd. Vol af.
Yep. Hard. Alright. Even laten luchten.
Well, down into the top of the 8 foot.
Ja, maar het ging ook weer
4-0-3.
And they score 2, narrow the gap to 1. So it's Japan leading 3-2 after 3 ends.
lekker.
Ja. Dit was gewoon nog een stuk beter.
Ja.
Dus gewoon zo door.
Dus gewoon blijven communiceren, weet je het wel.
Ja, precies. Het blijft nog steeds wel lastig met verschillen.
むしろブランクでもハーフまで行くので。でもいい。クリーンは変えなくていいと思う。めっちゃクリーンでいい。ラインが結構落ちるから。落ちるね。落ちるとこ落ちるね。ちょっとね。あんまりもね。やばいよ。ボーの声がさ。外。いや、ボーは良かった。ただ今いいのか。なんか全然帰ってこない。
早いと帰ってこないんだね。
ちょっと早かった。9秒ぐらいだった気がするけど。
パーぐらいでようやくちょっと帰って
そうだね。そんな感じだね。気をつけてこう。ストダー死んでるけどね。あ、ほんま。ドローは今14秒2ぐらいだから39とか38ぐらいだと思う。
Olijn als je kan. 2.
Fourth end, this matchup between Japan and Netherlands. Score Japan 3, Netherlands 2. Japan with last stone advantage back. And it has been a very entertaining game so far, Sander.
Yep. Okay, goed face, boys. Mooi steenkaarten.
Yeah, we've seen some ends go a little bit back and forth. Japan, of course, was forced to win on the first. A sloppy end by the Dutch to give up a steal of 2 in the second, but does strike back with a 2 in the third. But Japan, the better of the two sides so far. 1 point lead and last stone advantage. It's a long way to go.
Aoyama at 81%. A lot better numbers than the previous games we've seen from the young lead.
Okay.
Do you agree with this call, hitting the red at the back of the 8 foot, Sander?
You could just as well maybe freeze it. Try and get some play in around the 4 foot, around that centre guard. Just a little bit cautious to play the takeout when you're one down.
Yep. Hard. Hard to us. Hard. Alles. Yep.
Yeah, hits and rolls to the back 12. It's not really applying any pressure, is it?
Ik had 11-3, maar er blijft wel weinig.
No, it makes it pretty easy for Japan.
Okay.
9-5。
Lorenz Hoekman, 71%. Usually we'd see a second player at least 80%. Not really firing on all cylinders yet.
Stik hem wel terug. Ja. Oké, prima. Ja, 9-6. Goed call, jongens.
Shukaya, like a steady game.
Okay.
Makes a nose hit, leaves the red in play. This young Japanese side looks very relaxed out there on the ice.
I think most Japanese teams we've seen play at the World Championships, both men and women, they're always quite relaxed and happy, just enjoying themselves. Never get too upset. So it's a great demeanour. Of course, if you can still be able to focus on your tasks at hand. There's nothing wrong about enjoying yourself on the ice, cracking a few jokes.
Okay. Okay. Come.
So not a lot of stones in play in this fourth end.
Well, it's a bit of a strange end, really.
10! 10-2 misschien. Ietsje. Af. 10.
Kind of end you might see in the maybe the seventh end, where teams are trying to position themselves and when to have the hammer. Seems quite early to do that now, though.
Yeah, as we take a look next door, Norway leading 2-1 over the United States. The US sitting 2 stones, 1 top of the button.
10-1.
It's going to be the outturn draw for Stefan Wallstad.
Yeah, difficult draw. Needs a piece of that white area closest to the pin.
On a great run so far. 3 wins. Pretty happy with the weight here, the sweepers. Just needing it to curl really and settle down, but I'm not sure if it's going to get there. Oh, weight's perfect, just didn't curl enough, too much ice maybe. It's going to be 1 yellow and a steal. A tied game, 2 each after 3 ends. Well, Netherlands, they get what they were hoping for, a mistake from Japan. And finally a chance to use that centre guard with no risk whatsoever. This draw is building up for Huskins. Just going to make it to the top 12 with the help from Hoekman and Glasbergen.
Yeah, so trying to drive the yellow guard back onto the yellow shot stone. Have they made it? 1-2, they go away.
Okay. Okay. 喜んで持って。
I was hoping to maybe roll the shooter away a little bit.
帰ってきた帰ってきた。
Still leaves a centre guard for Jaap van Dorp to come around.
Mij 95. 3,9. 9 hier?
Ja,
Vijf hier,
ja,
hartstikke.
maar 95. Ik denk dat het steen achter is.
Oké.
Yeah, still a chance to maybe force here in this fourth end.
4-0.
Hartje wijs, wacht als je kan.
Top 4.
Oké, wacht er dan.
Veel cleaner is deze.
Top 8 op 4.
This Rog just hanging out there.
Top 8, wijs. Hij is vol 4. Alleen 4. Hij is T-line. T-line ben ik voor.
He's got enough weight on it too.
Kom maar, Lau. Yep, helemaal door.
Just trying to get it buried.
Go, 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 go. Hard.
Hookman trying to just carve it in a little bit. Get a half buried.
Oké, ja.
Decision time now. Do you
Gewoon een steen achter.
try and peel this one, or do you just come and freeze on it?
I think if you're Japan here, you're quite happy to just play the soft takeout, hit the sail, roll a bit to the wing, force the Dutch to just hit the open one. You blank the end.
すぐかけていいよ。
ちょっとだけ
軽くだけ。
クリーンでいい。
Freeze here. Dutch comes on top.
ワンパー。
They're forced to one.
簡単、めっちゃいいよ。
Need to make sure to obviously get past the guard, but really needs to keep the shooter in the rings. This one's making a move.
Okay.
Gets past it. Sits on the forfeit.
なんか危なかったわ。おいっす。
Ja. Niet gewoon op zijn neus, maar zelfs als je wegrolt is het goed. Als je maar gewoon stieligheid in. Ja.
Still playing the hit though, Jaap van Dorp. A tiny bit more of an offensive and confidence Skip might even just throw the freeze here. Very tough to get the inside roll. So it's more about hitting the open red.
Lau. Yep. Vermaak. Hoi. Ja. Ik had,
That they do and stick around. Might not be too upset with the blank here, Netherlands. You maybe try and force Japan to one in the fifth end. To then have hammer when they come back onto the ice after half time in the sixth and have control of those even ends. So will be the blank attempt from Goaoki, again with a huge weight.
And peels that one out. And blanks the fourth end, so the score now Japan 3, Netherlands 2 after 4 ends.
アンパイエンド。最高。いいエンドだよ。最高。いいエンド、いいエンド。いや。結果0刻んでますから。
Zei je ook al, of 7 is ook gewoon net iets trager. Hij kult meer en daardoor rent hij ja, rent harder af. Als je neem ik 7 dan zijn die qua snelheid wel hetzelfde. En dan heb jij 1 en... Ja, gewoon eerst 8 gooien en daarna 7. Of ik kan daar maar die kant uitgooien. Ja, precies. Ja. Een blok? Ja.
Ja, 8 is sowieso trager dan 7, dat is duidelijk. Ja. 7 is volgens mij niet traag of zo. Ja, misschien een beetje.
Hij kult vooral meer. Zodra die grabt, dan remt hij ook wel af. Dat tussen het eigenlijk. Ja. Duidelijk. Oké, boys. Dus, gewoon hetzelfde plan eigenlijk. Gewoon een kaartje. Een mooi freeze daarna. Ik denk dat we in principe nu gewoon goede controle... Ja. Ik bedoel, je hebt een 1 center guard, dat is in principe alles wat je nodig hebt op de force als je gewoon steekt. Ja. Dus met mijn steen 2, 3 steen die prevent heb je hem. Ja, duidelijk. Let's go, boys. Goed. Kijk, welke moet dan in?
Fifth end just before the break. The score at 3-2 here at the 361 World Championships. Netherlands trailing by 1.
Loud. Yep, kom maar door. Nice, perfect. Meteen, Carlo. Top.
いいよ、いやいや。マジで。36ぐらいのか。そんな急な。3837でいいよ。7。37いいよ、上といいよ。そうないかも。ここだけ。ラインはいいよ。ラインはオッケー。スケッチ入って。乗らない。あるよ。あるならもうでいい。そんなないよ。ないなら S でいいよ。ここから落ちる。ラインも S。やっ。おう。14.5。
Oh, that red just in the top of the 12 foot. I expect it to be removed from the Dutch.
I think we'll see quite a similar end as in the fourth. Dutch is hoping to at some point try and use that centre guard and get the force.
Yeah, pushes that one through.
Okay.
左入ってなくない？こっち入ってないでしょ？
入ってない。
出せないよ。嘘でしょ？マジで？Okay.
Something was funny out there, but not sure what it was.
This may be the skip just for getting me out the free guard zone. Could be. Seemed like he was calling for maybe the double on the guards at first, but not allowed to remove that centre guard yet. Just try and catch the stone from the top 12. Great sweeping from Goaoki, I have to say. Good technique. Really flat over that brush.
Hij is er. Back 4. Geo dan. Eén lengte. Kult nog niet. Back 8. Oh. Nee. Back 4. Komt-ie. Back 4. Back 8.
This one looks a little bit heavy. Is it going to drift to the back of the tee?
Kilo. Okay, that's prima.
Yeah, it is, but it's not too bad there. Certainly it might try and suck Japan in and around that centre. But they're not fooled here. Japan very clearly looking to blank this end. Trying to run the sail back. But won't catch and actually leaves a bit of a stagger up front for Netherlands to draw around.
Ja. Gewoon 10 eraf. 10 is goed, ja. Dat is wel heel veel. Olijn! 12! Oké, Olijn nog. Hij is nog recht. Hij is heel recht. 12, max! Oké, lijn is goed nu. Leen lengte. Stop af! Aanval 4. Lijn is nu goed. 12, 8. Yep. Make sure. Yep. Hammer. Hard. Yep. Go, boys, go! Hard. Okay. Good fake.
Oh, nice draw in behind. And behind the double guard. So it would be difficult to drive one of them reds up. As you see this one just getting past the top guard. Some great swooping by the Dutch.
Ja, perfect. 291.
はいよこれチップしてもいいから
あ
オッケーありあり
そうだね。
ゴーゴーゴーゴー
Okay?
Well, just driving that one across the top of the yellow in the 8 foot.
投げればいいんですよ。
Ja!
Lopen spelen.
Steen laten spelen en dan nog eentje
1-2 toch? Ja, 2. 2, oké. Gewoon zonder.
Ja, perfect.
Lijn terug. 2. Oké, oh dan. Je hoeft niet. 2. 1, 2. Oké, over en af.
1! Hij is over.
Over en af.
1.
Overkill. Ah, is perfect. Oké.
Perfect, mooie steen wel.
Steen uit.
Nee, dat is 4-0 hij gooit gewoon anders of zo
That yellow is well and truly tucked in. It's going to be very difficult to
8
get anywhere close to that. Would you ever be tempted just to drive the guard back with this one, Sander?
Yeah, I think it's worth another go here. 4 stones left.
とりあえずワン取る感じ
Just try and open it up a little bit.
それぐらいでも OK 7っても38でいいよ確か十分いけるじゃあかいやちょっと8まで
Need this one to be good.
ラインエスだ頑張スイッチ冷たいよあとないかな絶対エスだ8まで悪くないよ伊藤ウェイトはいいよウェイトはいいよはいイエスゴーゴーイエスちょっとないイエススケッチゴーゴーゴーゴーいいよ OK
Oh, nice freeze to the back one. Gets shot stone.
Yeah, it's pretty good there.
Eerst een klein tapje zelfs ideaal eigenlijk. Ja, gewoon backline of zo? Ja, denk het. Ja. Backline. Good to go. Oké. Oké, wat? Ja. Jack voor, T-line. Jack. Hardline. Hardline, jongens. Jack. Back voor, back 8. Hard, alles. Hard, is goed, hard. Hard, helemaal door. Hard. Hard, Lyle. Hard. Hard. Yes.
Well, sneaks past,
Hard.
catches the top yellow and rolls to second shot possibly. Bit of a mistake, leaving that one very late with the sweeping.
And also even nudges that Yellowstone top 8 to the left a wee bit, making it one more room to come around, maybe draw and sit 2 now.
Yeah, while they're deciding what to do, we'll take a look next door. Norway and the US all tied at 2.
And we saw Stefan Walstad just come up a little heavy on his first draw. That's the Redstone back 8. Craig Persinger with a great chance to come in, lie 2, potentially steal, but comes up short, leaves it in the top 12. So now an in-off for Norway, playing the big weight off of the Yellowstone on the edge of the 12. Try and shoot over, catch the shot stone. Definitely for 2, might jam on the third red.
How close is he? Gets one, doesn't manage to get in for the other, and it's going to be another steal for the US. They take the lead for the first time, 3-2 after 4 ends.
Try of weight here. Masaki Iwai just leaving that top 12. So Japan Dorp look to come straight around. If anything leaves that red though in a usable spot, can definitely be promoted.
Gewoon freeze. Ja, eigenlijk back four. Als je gewoon korter bent.
It's not super easy to freeze that back red. It's essentially overburied around that stone just played by Iwai.
Een haartje meer, Wouter.
Ja, ik kan beter meer uitzetten.
Ja, klopt. Je kan wel op maar hier is het dan ook alweer net iets langzamer, toch?
Denk jij 3-9?
Ja, 3-9, 5-9. Ja, 9. Oké. Back four! Op zichzelf. Alleen lengte. Hij is op zichzelf. Back four. Clean hem. Back four. Back up. Back eight.
Can they get around this? Into the pocket though, Sander.
Hij moet eigenlijk af. Back eight.
That is what they're hoping for, but this one is just running on them. Lots of room. Weight's not too bad, but it's just nowhere close really in the end. Chance for Japan to come around again.
97, maar Wouter gooit gewoon heel anders of zo. Ja.
Oh ja.
OK。
37じゃ早い。
Come around here too. It's going to be tough to get rid of the reds. So many L's in the back as catchers.
いや大丈夫。相手の見てても全然伸びて。相手4秒結構プッシュ。回転だけちょっと普通にちゃんと入って
ちょっとかける。いつもよりかける。
What can Go Aoki do with this one?
Definitely throwing quite a bit of a rotation. It's going to make them run a little bit longer. And players with less rotation, we'll see 39 and the clock should be there on its own. Just a tiny sweep to get in full forfeit. Pretty good there. Didn't quite hook it around the top red, but very tough to remove with those back stones.
Ja, maar kom eens mee. Ja, over het dorp.
よし、もういいね。
Die uitpikken.
Yeah, sitting two. Bit of danger for the Netherlands. Can't afford to drive this red back onto the yellows and leave. Two reds sitting in the forefoot.
I wonder if the call's just to kill the one red here. Just try and slash it out. Not sure if you can catch the back red and squeeze that out as well. See if they catch the back ones here. You do. Just jam it. Does remove one red. So it will be a draw for two for Japan.
Ja, sowieso met die lengte is het nooit dubbel, zeg maar. Alleen jammer.
全然切れてなかったんだけど。
The final stone of the fifth end. Can Go Aoki add to the single point that he's already going to pick up in this fifth end? This one's got a lot of rotation, needs to take a seat in the forefoot. Line looks good. And once again, Japan extend the lead 2-3. They are 5-2 ahead at the break. Netherlands really struggling to hang on to Japan in this matchup. So after 5, it's Japan 5, Netherlands 2. second end of Japan versus the Netherlands. Jaap van Dorp facing 4 with his last stone, needing a hit and stay to get on the board. This one over curls, and it was a steal of 2 for Japan, and they took the lead 3-0 after 2 ends. Into the third. Jaap van Dorp already sitting 1. Needs to draw fully 8 foot to pick up 2. Just kept this one clean all the way down. They got 2 on the board, and the score was 3-2 after 3. Fifth end, go Aoki, sitting 1 back of the 4 foot. Needs a piece of the 4 to extend the lead to 3 once again. This one never in doubt. Drops it right onto the tee line. A score of 2 and a 5-2 lead at the break. Elsewhere, another tight affair. Norway trailing United States 3-2 after 5.
We can control. 37回転数が多いから浦井さんの2投目は回転数がなくてちょっと止まっちゃった。
Focus. You switched out and what? How was one for you? Full speed too? Okay. And you can also consider throwing 7 first and then it's out. And then 7, 8. You might get more out of it. I thought that's what you would do in the beginning. Or keep it as it is and you know what it is.
So let's take a look at the stats. Japan and the Netherlands fairly level pegging at the total percentages, 84 versus 83. But the big difference is Japan better at the draws and Netherlands better at the hits. But the difference between the two sides is the stolen points. 2 stolen points for Japan. Well, a few of the Japanese fans making it in for this early draw. And I'm sure they'll be very happy with the way things have gone so far. Their team leading 5-2 after 5 ends in this 361 World Men's Curling Championships 2018, coming to you from the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, United States of America.
Okay, wait till you.
Aoyama, 90% for the game. Some great numbers by the lead player. Well, that's not going to help his numbers much. Throwing that one back 12. Japan will look to bring the play into the house now. They don't need any guards. They don't need to score anymore. Fully expect them to run for home in this 6th end.
Top 4. Nee. Oh nee. Hij is echt vast. Misschien zit hij mooi. Ja, dit was het meest succes.
Well, that corner guard been thrown into the house from the Netherlands. Not really what was asked for. And any chance of getting anything going really has been put to bed. So what they will do is continue to throw the guard. Might have thought they would have thrown the corner guard on the other side, Sander.
Yeah, because if it actually sticks around, it'll be a little more easy to come around it. And the problem here, obviously, for Netherlands is throwing that second corner guard. It's not going to be in the free guard zone anymore. Japan's going to be able to hit it. That will actually change next season when we move to the 5-rock rule. But for now, the Leeds really need to throw that first stone in the free guard zone, or else it's pretty tough to get anything going, like you said.
Okay, loud on. Okay.
Yeah, it's a strange call guarding something that's top of tee. It's not your own stone.
Nice shot.
Nee, is goed. Aan een 3. Geldt nog niet. 2. Oké, Jip, kom maar. Aan hem 3, jongens. 3. Moet 3. 2, 3. Hard. 5, 3. Jip, hier. Make sure, boys.
So, make the corner guard.
Waar sta je nou?
Shukuya also having a good game. Japan will be happy to force in this sixth end.
Oké, kom maar. 1 lengte. Geldt nog niet veel. 2, 3. Wouter. Moet finishen. 2.
This one just going to sneak over the hog line.
Helemaal door. Go, boys. Yep. Kijk, goed geveegd. Top. Mooi steen nou. Cheers.
Masaki AY only playing 63%. Would have thought his numbers were a little higher than that. Peels that one away, misses the back one. So Japan still in a strong position. Yeah, Van Dorp electing to play the hit this time. Why is that, Sander?
Well, just they're not really getting anything going here, so they're going to have to bail out and look for the blank instead. I'm sure they could still have tried to maybe freeze the back one, try and come around this stone they're hitting. just feeling like they're not going to get a mistake from Japan, might as well go for the blank and try again in the next end. Not wanting to be forced here, but there's still a chance of that.
Yeah, for sure. But once again, we're going to take a look at the matchup between the USA and Norway.
Greg Persinger actually made a little nice roll there to be half checked around his own yellow, making this hit for two a little more difficult for Stefan Wallstad.
Yeah, potentially could have just nose-hitted the yellow and spun down in for two. It's only going to be a single point, but that game's all tied as they head to the break.
Lijns goed, jongens. 12 af. Oké, hard time op back 8. Alles.
Well,
Lijn komt wel goed.
Netherlands looking to freeze this back red that's in play.
Hard, jongens, zo ver mogelijk.
Yeah, well, almost a little surprised by that. Seemed like playing the hit on the previous shot to go for the blank, and now playing the draw instead, just seeming a little bit inconsistent. You missed this draw, Japan might hit and leave them sitting two, get forced anyway. If you're not going to make that aggressive call on the previous one, you might as well stick to the plan and just hit this back red as well, get the blank. Don't think Japan will be too cute with this one though. I'll probably just peel this yellow out.
Go Aoki, 95%. What a game by the fourth player.
Yeah, it's been pretty good all around, but here, close to making a mistake, but lucky enough he can throw that bullet weight. Doesn't really matter where he hits it, it's still going to go out.
Take another look at it.
That's the Shinkansen Express right there.
Driving the red back on, well, yellow back onto the red. Actually got a bit of run through there. Don't see that very often.
Nog maar ietsje, Wouter. Ja, zeker weten. Komt ie. Ja.
Yeah, Van Dorp at 80%.
10, yep.
Yeah, definitely just a hit now to get that blank.
10, yep.
It's actually, looks like they're trying to take their one by just hitting and rolling to the side.
Oké, 10 ja. Yes.
Pretty quick out the hack here, go Aoki. Let's wait this time, just stick around, leave the blank for Van Dorp. They're going to have to get something going in the next end. Just 3 points down, but time is definitely starting to run out a little bit for the Dutch.
Yeah, pulls it out and blanks the sixth end, so 5-2. They trail Japan. What can they do in the seventh?
溜めちゃダメだよ。
青山さん3.7ベースで。
6じゃ早いね。
6じゃ、いやでもね、6でもいいと思うよ、別にもう。
まあ止まりはしたからな。8？
最悪、8がちょっと厳しいかもしれないから。
で、
いつも通りの1分半。
ね。いや、今日余裕でだって、あと21分もあるんだよ。
じゃんけんぽん、集めてほい。本当にこの時間暇だよね。いきますか。3.6 から7で。
7ぐらい狙って。
8だったらもう全負けね。
5-2, the scoreline after 6 ends. Japan versus Netherlands here at the 361 World Men's Curling Championships from Las Vegas. I'm Ken Ebers and I'm joined by Sander Rovag for the session 6. And it's been a very entertaining game so far. A few stones in play, something we didn't really expect to see, Sander.
Well, I think the main reason for that is Japan ended up with a 3-point lead early on, really forcing Netherlands to get something going, which they have tried to do, just haven't quite been able to generate too much offense, especially that in the sixth end, the corner guard slipping into the rings. Now getting a bit of a break here from Japan. That first stone all the way through the rings. Extremely important for Carlo Glasbergen to get this corner guard in place. 3 points down, they need to put something up on that board soon.
Oké, lijn is groot. Kom maar door, jongens. Hier. Alleen lengte. Alleen lengte. Shit. Boy.
Actually a big sweep from the front end here. And that's onto the rings. Just a terrible mistake. This time not really the lead's fault. That's the sweepers. On this occasion, can't believe they've done that 2 ends in a row. It's unforgivable. Really? So Japan allowed to hit this now and keep things tidy. That's going to be very frustrating for Jaap van Dorp. Now going to have to rely on a mistake from Japan to get anything going in this end.
Yeah, no stones in play.
Scheelt iets meer. Scheelt veel meer.
And Japan will be able to peel any guard that's played now, because we're into the 5th stone of the end. After this one comes the rest.
Oké.
Are we getting a mistake here though? Nope. That's when you're on your way back to the hack to throw another corner guard. You hear the frantic line call from your opponent. You should just hope for a tiny mistake, but that rolls out. Still nothing in play. Throwing it to the other wing now just to change things up a wee bit.
Hij is top 4. Ja, doe maar zo hoog mogelijk. Hij is top 4. Die lijn. Die lijn. Back 4 zelfs.
Yeah, throwing that one back of the 8 foot. Will it be just let's get through this 7th end and start again in 8, Sander?
Seems to be.
Yes, go. Yes, yes.
which means Jaap van Dorpen team will have to score a 2. Get the 4-score 2 back for the extra end, or start stealing. I'm not sure if that throw-in was on purpose, though. I think they called the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Trying to get something going in this by freezing the Redstone back of 4. Need to get this perfectly in line, because what we have seen from this young Japanese side, that they can play the takeouts very well.
Steeds wijd, geen bounce. Carlo als je kan, maar geen bounce. Oh nee. Yep.
Doesn't quite get to the face.
It's almost a little bit tempting to maybe try and keep two reds in the rings here. Get the force. It would be a huge advantage to Japan for them to have hammer in the even ends.
Just needing to catch the left-hand side of the yellow. Moves everything.
Yeah, just playing the big weight, safe weight. They are up by 3, so don't feel like they need any heroics at this point.
Top 4. Oké, ho nog. Kult niet. Lauw. Kult niet.
Ja, dan is het
echt heel uit.
Ga er omheen dan.
Oké, Jip, kom maar. Jip.
Back voor, eromheen.
Hard.
Well, this one's sitting high for line. Trying to take it round behind it.
Hard lopen, Lauw. Jip, go.
Viable option.
Okay, quick off.
Now you'll certainly try and look to hit and stay.
Well, I'm not so sure if they will. Just big weight again here, trying to pick out that back yellow. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, just made sure of making contact with the yellow and avoid catching the top red.
Zeker minder, zeker.
Nee. Lijn is goed. Die lijn. Dat is nog steeds recht.
Easy.
Heel recht, blauw. Echt heel recht, jongens. Kult 0. Waar?
Top 4.
Oké, Jip, kom maar.
Top 4. Die lijn.
Moet er zijn.
Kan niet. Hij is helemaal.
This one's a lot better, but just not getting the line right, Sander.
Okay.
Nope, seen that under curl a few times in a row.
Het zag ook al in het eerste natuurlijk.
Ja, weet ik, maar dit was nog veel minder ijs.
Ja, wel.
Oké. Goed is al.
Ja, after dit.
Cool. Okay. Certainly not hanging around with this one. Throwing the heat. Blows the yellow right out of there.
超安全にいったね今。
いやもう
吐く必要さえなかった。
ただゴミ吐きみたいな。
Obviously didn't want to leave red counter in play so that there could be a possible jam. Just run the shooting stone out of play. Still a chance for Jaap van Dorp to play the freeze.
All surprised almost. Not sure if it's worth it. Just because of the sheer weight that Go Aoki can throw. It'd be tough to make it good enough, and you always risk not making it and be forced.
T-line. T-line. Back forward. Okay, clean up.
T-line tot 4.
Okay, moet T-line, back force, okay. Geen bounce.
Line's a lot better this time.
Yeah, just down to the sweepers now. Trying to lock this on.
Yep. Go. Yep.
Go get it there, go!
Yep.
It's almost over curling this time. Still a pretty good effort though by Jaap van Dorp.
Ja, sorry man. Verlies gewoon aan mij.
Legs perfect.
Don't expect that yellow to hang about.
Je skillt er wel echt, denk ik.
Unless Go Aoki overthinks this one. I think he can throw it hard enough already. No need to put in a 7th gear on this one. Oh. Well, there you go. That's the mistake they were hoping for. I just think you overthink that one. Wanted to catch it so thin, but with the weight he throws, you probably catch half stone and be fine.
Absolutely. Even if you'd drove it on the nose, the yellow would have squeezed out the side door. So leaves the door open for Jaap van Dorp. Big mistake here in the 7th end for Go Aoki.
Well, good on Jaap van Dorp to keep persevering with that freeze. Finally pays off. He's going to get this exact same draw for 2.
Kult nu.
Tot 4, T-line.
Oké, kult. Goed vol 4. Make sure je kan tappen. Kom maar, je kan tappen.
Well, looks pretty good, Kenny.
Yeah, that's well made. So Netherlands back in this one. They trail by 1. The score is Japan 5, Netherlands 4.
Zo'n recht paadje niet helemaal. Oké, maar het gaat best wel goed, jongens. Ja, het gaat best wel goed. Ja, zeker. Ja. Want nu hebben zij misschien het idee dat ze iets meer beter moeten pakken. Ja, er staan in ieder geval geen 3 punten meer voor, dus... Nee, dat niet. Ja, eigenlijk is het ideaal stenen nu, hoor. Ja, dat zijn wel. Poort is ook nog oké, maar... Ja, je wil geen 2 weggeven. Nee, dat... En afgezien van force vind ik wel oké. Gaan we 2 zeggen? Als hij top 4 gaat zeggen. Ja, dat toch niet. Maar als hij naar de zijkant gaan, gewoon ja, dan 2 sectors. Duidelijk. Agressieve force. Ja, dat is ook.
Eighth end, Japan 5-4 ahead, but they do have last zone advantage over the Netherlands.
Oké, alleen lengte jongens. Lijn is oké. Oké, kom maar. Alleen lengte. Scheelt best veel.
2-3. Haal hem 3. Yep, kom maar door. Kom maar door. Oké, top. Goed geveegd, jongens. Steek, Carlo. Oké, dit shirt is hier naar gaan. Even.
3-7。オッケー。ちょっと情けだな。3-7。
6-2、6-2、6-2。
ラインはいいよ。
ちょっとありそうに見えるけど。
あれならもういいよ。
クリーンクリーン。
ラインは待ちたい。
まだもう
5、6、7、8。
来てないわ。
ちょっと落ちてるよ。落ちてるよ。
落ちてはいるけど、7、8までいきそう。
Well, Japan electing to come around this centre guard. Right, thought they would have tried to maybe split it off,
Okay.
create two corners, run that one deep. Here's the comparisons at lead. Aoyama at 86, Glasbergen at 77.
Ietsje, maar een beetje. Over nou. 1. Oké, 1 is goed. Skilt nog niet. 1. Komt-ie. Wouter, 1. Nee, hij is goed. Hij is vol 1.
I was thinking of throwing the two centre guards, Sander.
It's really to force the play. You know, the Japanese side, they can throw the up weight and break everything open. So you just want to make sure there's something to come around, some cover. Try and keep the play along the centre line. Get Japan a bit stuck in. And hopefully force or even steal one here. Bit of a pivotal end, the 8th. If the Dutch can steal one here, it's very open. Japan will be actually quite happy to even score a 1 here. But dropping another centre guard is not going to help. This is a great setup for Netherlands. They haven't had too many of them in this game. Yeah, their front end has been outplayed by Japan, but now great chance to come around. 3 centre guards. So this is a bit of a key shot now for Lawrence Hickman. Place a good shot, Stone. They might be guarding it throughout the end. Just want this top button fully buried.
Close. Yep. Die lijn. Hij is helemaal back voor. Dan hoog. Back voor. Heel recht. Wouter, hij is back voor, hè?
This one looks a little heavy for weight though, Sander.
Laat hem maar finishen. Oké.
Big mistake there. Really needed a good shot that they could rely on for the end.
There's the comparisons. Second, Shikaya 93, Hickman at 86.
Yeah, I'd say Japan's been able to play to their strengths this morning, playing a lot of hits throughout. They played twice as many takeouts as draws in this game, Japan. Still a guard up for Netherlands though.
Still a chance for Netherlands to come around top of the forefoot, get something buried in behind the guards.
Zelfde lijn. Kijk eens. Oh dan. Kult nog minder. Hij is harder.
This one also
Nu komt hij wel.
sitting a little high at the moment.
Wouter, stop back 8. Wouter, back 8, back 12. Oh dan. Geen bout. Back 12, hij bout sowieso. Back 12. Hij is back 12. Laat hem maar. Kijk maar. Hou ze iets harder. Maar die Soa. Goed dat je doet.
See there, just the broom, the indicator for where they should be aiming at. Just a little bit on the left-hand side of nose.
That's pretty perfect.
Yep, very good, spinning the red into the top of the 12-foot also.
Straight guard. Guard, yeah. Ja. Twee. Hij is goed. Twee. Nee, links jongens. Twee. Kult nog niet veel. Hij is twee. Maar komt dan. Kult niet. Met veen. Komt niet. Yep. Zeg maar iets door nog. Oké, oh. Hij is nu uit zichzelf. Hij is nu 3. Oké, top. Perfect. Mooie steen, Wout. Mooie steen.
あ、割りでいいか。
まあチャンスあれば。
うん。
4秒じゃなくていい？アウトターンは超絶落ちるから。
危ないんじゃないかな。こっち飛んできても嫌でしょ。
まあちょっと厚めに当てて2つっていうのもあるし。
There's the matchup at third.
まあ1個でいい。
AY only playing 73. Could spray everything with this, run this one back on the nose, remove all the yellows.
Not a good slide this time. You see, he just kind of let that one go early. That's not bad, actually.
Yeah, you're going to take that one.
Gets the guard off and tackles the yellows enough for the Dutch to only lie one. You can see he's just coming out all in balance. I figure I might as well just chuck this one away. You can see just moving that back yellow up. It's a pretty good shot.
Twee. Lijn goed. 1, 2. Oké, je hebt dan. Lijn, prima. Carlo.
Just looking for another guard. Protect that Yellowstone back of the 8-foot.
Hard, alles, hard. Yep.
It's fairly long though, Sander. Would you ever be tempted to go after it?
Yeah, because you peel the centre guard now, you know, another one's going to come back, and at some point your Jaap van Dorp's probably going to come in top 8, something like that. Put some pressure on you, so it's worth a think. But it's never really wrong to peel a centre guard when you're up. It's the only way you make sure you have a shot to score. Play around the centre guard, you make a mistake and Nilsons makes a good one, you might not really have a good shot for your single.
Yeah, so off for the guard. Into the skip stones now though.
I think they'll throw another centre, and I think maybe this next one Japan might think to come around, because they know if the Netherlands throws a tight centre, they peel it, they're going to come top 8. Might leave a double or even a triple for 2 or 3 for Japan if they do. So they might take that, knowing Go Aoki pretty fancies his upweight shots. He's played a few of them too in this game. But it's 100% on 5 draws as well, Go Aoki, so why not? Could score his 2 as well.
3. Oké, clean hem. O-lijn nog. 3.
Weinig rotatie.
Ietsje minder rotatie. 2, 3. Yep, Cor. Yep. 3. Yep.
This one's certainly not heavy.
3, heel tijd.
Yep.
12, 12.
Maakt niet uit. Moet door. Yep. 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 Oh, that's okay.
And pretty much ends up in the spot they were hoping for.
Niet wat ze wilden.
Prima.
It's a little bit tighter. The draw is the call.
So there is the scores from the other sheet that's going on in session 6. Norway 4-3 ahead of the USA now.
Yeah, stole one in the 7th end. Greg Persinger was trying to blank, just barely ticked it over. Still remained in the rings in the steal for the Norwegians. It's not been the greatest game over there. As you see Go Aoki now will play the draw, knowing it's the last chance to set up for 2. Also to maybe make things a little easier for him on his last one.
Line's a little high at the moment and also a little heavy.
Just try and get him for shot stone. Still not terrible there. Oh, is it shot though? I don't think so, actually.
No, just an ounce too heavy for Go Aoki at 96%. Jaap van Dorp at 86. So Netherlands sitting 1. And a chance to come into the top of the 4-foot round that guard and make this really awkward for Japan.
Als je het zelf gooit, dan moet je best wel close zijn. Ja? Ja, zeker als je haaks positiever bent, dan kunnen we hem veel beter carryen. Ja. Dus dan is het best close.
Top 4. Jij bij Dolly. Top 4. Jij blijft. Hardlijn. Yep. T-lijn. Yep. Hardlijn. Yep. T-lijn. Yep. Hard. Hard. Oh, T-lijn. Chip. Oh. Laat geen gat open. Niks.
Well, that one just over curls. Catches the top yellow.
Ging echt veel harder, hè? Ja, lekker helemaal. Ja.
Ah, oké.
Well, electing to play the same hand down through that narrow port. Is only against 1 though. It's the final stone of the 8th end. Go Aoki. Does have a little bit of backing this time. Line's a little wider. So it needs to curl a long way. It's on the guards at the moment. Doesn't quite curl enough. It's going to be a steal of 1 for the Netherlands. And they find themselves at 5-5 after 8 ends. Netherlands just hanging on in there and allowing Japan to make this mistake. So it's 5-5 after 8.
Precies wat ze wilden.
Ja, inderdaad. Dus gewoon pakken en doorpakken. Ik denk gewoon eigenlijk in principe hetzelfde plan. Agressief. Ja, deze iets minder agressief force. Ja, ik denk dat dat het force. Gewoon, kijk, hoe je het ook doet. Je hoeft niet per se te stelen. Als je dat krijgt als bonus, maar je moet gewoon force. Ik wil wel dit blijven niet geven in ieder geval. Daarom ons tegen het spel. Ja. Ja. Top. Dus, top hier.
Ja, ze zullen nu waarschijnlijk best wel voor de blank gaan. Ik denk dat ze best wel. Ik bedoel, dat hebben ze wel meegekregen. Dus,
ja, maar jij. Succes erbij.
Ja, is goed, maar gewoon in ieder geval eerst steken. Ja, je ziet het, je kan niet meer steken. Ja, zeker. Dus mocht het uiteindelijk.
There is the score, all tied at 5-5 after 8 ends. Japan versus Netherlands. Don't think Netherlands can quite believe they've clawed their way back to 5-5, Sander.
Yeah, they've certainly got a quite a soft 2 in the 7th end. A big miss from Gwaioki. And again, in that 8th end, Gwaioki with 2 chances to really take the end away from the Dutch. Just couldn't, so steal a 1 in the 8th makes this game very open.
Japan electing to come around the centre. You might have seen him throw the wing with this one early on in the 9th.
Yeah, either you go hard for your 2 or you try and blank. Quite often when you see a team blank, they just put 1 on the wing. Just to say, well, Netherlands, if you want to play around your centre guard, you're just going to have to face that we have 1 on the wing, could score 2 on you or more. Or even throw a corner guard, just try and really get the ball rolling.
Back 4, back 8, back 12. Whoa! Back 12. Loud 4. Back 8. Whoa. Back 8, back 12.
Might get some help from Glasbergen here though, Japan.
Doesn't remove the red, taps it to the back 12. Should be able to get inside of that yellow.
Yeah.
So just looking to tap it back here. I'd be quite tempted to play the hit and roll to the wing. Sit 2, keep that 4 foot and that 8 foot fully open. And let Netherlands chase and try and get that hit and roll. Kind of playing into what Jaap van Dorp wants to achieve here. Get some clutter in around the 4 foot. More than open enough to make that hit and roll.
Not a lot of weight in this.
They're just looking to tap it back a couple of feet was the plan. I think actually that's a bit of a lucky break for him to have thrown more weight and tap it through to sit 2. It's much better.
1 centimeter meer dan de hele steen.
Oké, Sissy. Zelfs als je meer in hebt hier. Als je maar een goede rol maakt zo.
Duidelijk.
Laurens Hoekman for the Netherlands. A lot of weight on this one. Hits the red back onto the other and sticks it on the yellow though. Still a red in play at the back of the 4.
Hij gaat 10 aftelt.
Just about as good as he could have done.
Ja. Wat zei die 10?
10 nog iets. 10.
Shikuya takes the top yellow away.
Yeah, a bit of an overthrow, I think. Leaves that centre guard for Netherlands to come around.
Oké, ga maar dan. Lijn is goed. Even kijken. Yep, ook voor lijn. Hard, jongens. Hard. Hard, alles. Hard.
This one's beginning to pull really hard in towards the centre. Got to say that's a chance missed.
Yeah, much better game today, Lawrence Hookman. Just that was a bit of a key shot. Leaves the centre guard though. It's the only good thing. Didn't move it too far. Japan not quite sure what they want to do now.
Yeah, may use their timeout. Slash the guards off would be the call for me. And that's, they're going to use the timeout. JD Lind will make his way down onto the ice.
ギリ入ってるんでしょう。微妙なとこなんだよね。気にしなくてもいいと思うけど、これは正直厳しい内側からは。ここはありだよね。やるんだったらこれかな。これ2枚ここで切んないときついよ。これ切ると本当きつい。1枚だと死んじゃうから。死んじゃうね。1枚で多分これこうされたらもう1取らされパターン。ここにドラーされてもね。きついしね。やばい感じね。入れてきつくなったら切るでもね。先入れといて。いやそれもねそれで微妙なんだよね。入らなかった時。入らなかった時。まあしっかりここに決めるしかない。6番までいらない。ここだけ。まあ
Let's see what his input is. Expect he'll just say, slash that top guard.
So okay. We can try it. Do you like? Yeah. どっちやりたい? Clear is okay, but ice ちょっとまっすぐ。Yeah. 今そう幅ちょっと狭い use sweep. Yeah. やるなら打った。いや打った。Come around. Okay. 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 はい。ワンショッケで。3球。3球3パチャ。確実に T 前には決めたいです。でちょっと早めの石だから。9でいいね。9で入るか。
Well, Sander, what was the decision?
I think they discussed peeling the guard, but in the end it's the draw to come around, just saying quite fancy the chance to maybe score 2 here, put some pressure on Netherlands. Well, I can see your point though, Ken, it's quite early in the end still. Come around that centre guard, could face some trouble. But also maybe knowing that if you do end up giving up a steal, and you're 1 down with the hammer, it's not as bad. It might be worth the risk trying to get your 2 here.
Can't afford to be back of tee though. Past the guard by quite considerable amount. Just trying to tuck it in at the end.
Kijk uit.
8じゃないとね。
Freeze being called with this.
Hey, kill nog niet. Kill nog niet. Komt-ie? Komt-ie. Freeze hem, jongens. Geen bounce. Alleen lengte. Lijn is goed. Oké, je kan bouncen.
Really good line on this one. In on top. Narrows the scoring area down.
We staan even uit. Lekker.
Lekker balletje.
That's why I didn't like coming around at centre guard.
ここちょっと押してもいいよ。
ちょっとなら押してもいいよ。
つけ。斜めにつける。
いや、
5ぐらい。
芯かな。
まっすぐでいい。仕掛ければいいってことでしょ。38ベスト。ちょっと早い。あるわ。78。伸びるわ。
Masaki EY. Just trying to follow this one down, but looks to have thrown this one way too heavy. Just bumps that Redstone at the back of the 12 right through. Not a great shot by the Japanese third player. Bit of a waste of a stone.
Marsh is wel kort, hè.
Important for Huskins to not come up heavy here. Bounce off, maybe leave a double. Much better leaving this short. Top 8, top 12. It's very tough to get in there for 2 for Japan as it lies.
Don't want to leave this up alongside it.
Well,
Niet moeten jumpen, maar... Sorry, man. Dat was een 10.
it's quite curl enough there. Japan will try and come after them. Hit that yellow on the nose with some soft weight, try and shuffle the stones a wee bit.
あんま強すぎても困るわ。
38でいいよ。3837。
AY just playing a delicate tap with this one. Again, maybe throwing this one a little on the high side. Well, does take the angles off slightly, but looking at the gap between the two yellow guards, may be able to come down and push the yellow onto the red and leave Netherlands sitting 3. We'll take a look next door. Norway 4-3 ahead of the United States. And the US have last stone.
Hier toch? Nee, nog iets meer. Ja.
Persinger
Dat je de buitenste chipt, hè? Ja, precies. Want zolang je niks...
trying something to score 2. Already sitting 1 on the button.
Pretty much a double here, might even pinball the first red through here. Move all 3 reds.
Very soft release, had to work that one. Huffman on the sweep. It's certainly 2. Yep, score of 2 for the US. They again take the lead, 5-4 after 8 ends.
Back 8! Whoa! Back 8! Whoa! Back 8! Oh! Yep! Yep! Yes! Yep! Back 8! Hard! Yep!
This one from Van Dorp looks good. It's one, pushes that red enough to sit 3.
Lekker, ik gewoon 3. Maar 2つ出せればいいよ。
どっち先だろう。こっちか。こっち後ろ飛んでくよね。
All from
je weet dat hij gaat hier op zich.
A very poor call. They've found themselves in a very sticky situation.
こっちから当てれればベストだけど。なんならこれちょっと動かすぐらいでも。
One slight error, and it will be punished here at the World Championships.
とりあえずここで2枚切っとけば。
そうだね。外ポイ大丈夫？いやまあ幅詰めていいと思うよ。落ちるよ。それに合わせてやってもらえれば。小田も？
いいよ。
Looking to drive this red into the pocket.
I think you'll see some big weight again from Goaoki. Wonder how many yellows he can get going here. At least 2. It's pretty good. Couldn't do much more. There's actually a redstone in the back 12 as well.
Yeah. Leaves the one in the back 12. That yellow is still sitting short though. That's about as good as he could have done. There's a gap between the 2 yellow guards, remember. So AOK could come down and push the yellow through. They're electing to freeze the red round on the out turn.
Oké, ja, corner free zeg maar. Ja, gewoon in het midden van die 2 ongeveer. Dit is wel iets sneller paardje ook, hè? Dit is wel iets. Ja, gewoon 4-0 of zo. Ja. Oké, 4-0 is goed.
Yeah, Van Dorp. Skip for the Netherlands.
Oké, kom maar.
Top hier.
Looking for a corner freeze on this red.
Close. Yep.
Bij 4.
Yep. Hard.
Bij 4.
Yep. Online. Yep.
Wow.
Very nicely played.
Best wel oké, toch? Ja. Oké, dat is best wel perfect. Goed bezig, jongens. Goeie call.
Decision time now. Do you run the risk of giving up more than a single or go after the score yourself?
はいよ。白真ん中とかでいいよ。
1点取る？取らせじゃなくて。
気持ち的にアップの方がいいよね。
いいと思うよ。あんな点5でいい？
3-8とかでいいか。
I can't really see a way to score 2.
過ぎてもダメだから。9ぐらいでも全然いけると思うよ。
No, there's no even drive on the guards. Yeah, Van Dorp couldn't have placed that any better.
It's really down to team preference then. If you want to try and score your 1 and be 1 up, which statistically overall gives you a slight advantage, but it's still more or less a coin flip by the way you go. And you'll see most teams probably want to be 1 down with the hammer just so they have the last say, feel a bit more control that way.
They are trying to angle the red in.
Be careful not to do anything too upsetting for Japan here.
Well, don't get the result they were after. So it's a steal of 1 to the Netherlands. In the 9th, they get their noses in front. 6-5 after 9 ends. So we're about to get in the 10th.
Oké, nice. Wat was het eigenlijk? 1 voor ons. Ja, 1 voor ons. Ja, lekker. En dan beter. 2 keer. Oké, 4 en dan... Ja, dan.
1個入れる。コーナー入れる。
だとまあ1点取っても消せばいいね。ウェイトはそんな変わらない感じだったんですか。滑ってる感じが。
6-5 in the 10th end. Japan trailing for the first time in this matchup. We're here in the Orleans Arena. Myself, Ken Edwards, I'm joined by Sander Rolvag. Session 6 of the round robin of the 361 World Men's Championship.
Well, I was excited to see how the inexperience of the Team Japan would pan out with their lead halfway through this game, and so far my worries have been sort of confirmed. It's tough to play at this level and not to make any mistakes. Just a few bad calls, a few bad shots, and they've let Netherlands back in this game.
Well, look at the corner guard up. They have created a few chances to score two, so I think they shouldn't be too worried in this 10th end.
It's just their form's just been a little bit on the decline, especially for Go Aoki. The fourth player has been playing really well throughout the first 6-7 ends. Has made a few mistakes. And that's the guy who's going to have to finish off this end for Japan as well.
Yeah, real good setup play from the lead player, Carlo Glasbergen.
Ja, dat is best wel prima. Ja. Die kant open laten is niet erg. Nee. Ja, heel goed. Heel goed.
So if you're Japan, what do you do in this situation, Sander?
Okay.
That's where you need to gauge how aggressive you want to be to score your two, or if you want to make sure you can score one. Quite like to see teams just go for it. Stealing one and the extra at this level, pretty tough to do. At the same time, it's possible to kind of do both. Either ignore the stones on the centre line, just come straight around the corner. You could try and split that centre guard, roll the shooter into the house. You could freeze the shot stone, or you can even try and tap it back. There's many options. I think they're trying to come around here. Just leave that short. That's probably the worst option. Would have been good for Japan to come around, maybe just tap that shot stone and behind the T-line.
Ja, ja. Dus dat of een lange guard, denk ik. Ja. Nee, dat vind ik niks, want dan kan hij alsnog eromheen. Ik denk van, ja, hij is wel een stukje open nog, dus. Oké, top 4.
Of course, the same questions for Netherlands. How do they want to play this end?
Ja, top 12 is okay.
Do you want to play for the force, or do you want to go all out to steal right here in this end? Good setup here. Could throw the long guard. They're wanting to keep the play in the house, so they'll come around here. A little heavy and wide at the moment from Lawrence Hoekman. I need to take this past if they can't get it there. In the end, maybe he's able to cover a corner.
Yeah, not a great spot with that. Come down at quite weight. You could open up the forfeit area. That's really all you're looking to do. Pushing the yellows back, leaves one sitting in the forefoot. Japan seem happy with that.
Kan ook even time-out callen. Kan.
Well, just going to have a team chat here and a timeout.
Ja, dit is net jammer, hè? Ja, het is gewoon een mooi bal. Maar je kan ook nog linksom poppen. Ja, maar dat is wel marge. Je kan ook gewoon die nozen met backline of zo.
Yeah, they'll ask the coach to come down and give some input.
Maar je moet wel even super op de neus houden dan. Ja, ja. Zodra hij weer een Engels step kan spelen, weet je dan. Heeft hij al kans. Je kan ook zeggen, ik duw gewoon nu. Even bij shirt.
What are the options, Sander?
I think the two options they're looking at, they said to come and tap it, but I quite like just throwing the long guard on this one.
Ideally, you want to keep the yellow one shot for now.
Deze wil je naar de back 4 tappen, toch?
Ja, gewoon naar de back 4. So if you tap that back 4, so it's like back 8, back 12.
Back 8, back 12. Back 8.
Zelfs freeze is een goede marge.
Ja, alles kort is goed.
Let's go, boys.
Oh, by the sounds of the chat, sounds like they're going to try and lead this yellow back at back 8 foot weight. Just catch the inside of the red.
Yeah, either inside or the outside. Some just somehow sit frozen with a stagger, keep the shot stone behind it. But again, you know, he can throw up a long guard on this. There's no way into that yellow. Japan's going to have to start peeling away to try and open it. Feels like might be a little unnecessary to make this shot. It's making it tougher on yourself, and you risk opening it up for Japan. Instead, you can throw the simple shot, let Japan work.
Back 8, back 12. Gaat nu wel. Lengte is best wel goed. Back 4, back 8. Back 4, back 8. Back 4, back 8. Roll. Oké, prima. Oké.
More or less what they were looking for, though. Little tap on the inside there.
Catch as much of the yellow as you can see would be the required shot, I believe.
ここ当てちゃうとちょっとこれっぽいかない？ちょっと厳しいから。これいけそうだね。ちょっと当たんねえかな。もしくはこれでちょっと当ててこっち側に。
これやるか？
それだってこの後
Japan need to open up this
これでこうじゃない？
そうだと思う。
4-foot area.
ノーマル以上で。
ノーマルでいいんじゃないかな。
ノーマル
別にここに置いとけば最後ランボも使えるし、これも使えるから。
これヒットシューターがさ動かないからさ。
まあね。
シューターを動かしたいならノーマル以上でいくしかない。
ここら辺に当てて。
シューターには飛ばないで多分。
大丈夫大丈夫。オッケー。
ウェイトは？オッケー。
I like to play the centre ones. Open up the centre with this. So just trying to play the spring on the guards. Opens it up, but doesn't open a path on the right-hand side. Now they will go for the guard, Sander.
I think so.
Okay. Then come straight
It's
guard
nothing great for Japan.
Yeah. Okay.
All they want to do is just hit that top yellow, so take it away from them.
Gewoon 2-3. Zonne 3. Ja, gewoon die linker gele. Ja. Die mocht hij nooit aan de binnenkant raken. Precies. Oké, 2-3. Ja. Deze zit echt, hè, dus ja, zeker. Ja. Twee. Oké. Olijn nog. Oké, komt ie. Yep. Waar? 2. Oké, alleen links zit. Moet curlen. Net 2. Yep. Nou.
Yeah, just needs this one. So halfway, I believe.
Hard. Naar de center. Yep. Hard. Go, 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 go. Hard. Perfect. Mooie steen. Goed vecht, jongens. Lekker, Wout. Goed.
Even een beetje finishen. Ja, mooie bal.
Well, the Dutch seem happy. Japan have got to ensure that something's open so they can get at least one in this 10th end. Japan were 3 up at one point in this game.
いいともいいともいいとも。まあとりあえず前割りで言う。前割り？後ろは関係ない。オッケー。まあなろうなってオーバーカールして。もうそれもありだった確か。2つ出てもいいし。ちょっと入っとこうじゃあそしたら。
AY for Japan, trying to open things up. Gets the guard off. Yeah, Van Dorp just ask for the guard to be replaced by Walter Hoskins.
Nice touch. 2, 3. Oké, oh dan. 2. 2, 3.
Kult nog niet. Oh, wacht hè. Kult nog niet. 2. Oké, Lau. Yep. 3. Goed gaan, Lau.
3. Eenmaal. 3. Desaltijd.
Hij is bijna buiten. Oké.
A little bit tighter than the would have liked, Sander.
Yeah, a little bit, because now Japan might be able to run that back. Might get all 3 yellows going.
OK。
俺は外でいいと思うよ。
Yeah, while our matchup takes shape, we'll take a look at Norway versus United States. United States sitting 3.
Norway being 1 down, it's kind of a make or break here for Stefan Wallstad. Had something really set up in this end, looking good to score 2 or even 3, but great freeze by Greg Persinger and a missed run back by Wallstad has left us drawn out, facing the game really. Needs 1.
Yeah, needs to be fully forfeit.
Looking pretty happy, the sweepers. Line looks okay. Well, that is there.
Yeah, great shot. That game is tied at 5-5 after 9 ends. So into the 10th. But it will be the US who has last stone. AY just peeled the yellow guard that was short of the rings. Didn't manage to make contact with any stones in the scoring house area. Yeah, Van Dorp just with a simple guard. Really have upped their game in the second half after the break.
Yep, klein beetje. 3. Yep. Finish. Whoa.
Very nice shot. Covers the yellow perfectly.
Oké, ja. Balletje hoor. Bezig houden. Uiteindelijk goed. Ja.
レイズ？
最悪こっちがチップしてもいいからね。
ああ、そっかそっかそっか。
どっち側も
これがこう見えればいいか。
そうそうそうそう。受け皿あるしね。
ここまで来ればいいの。
そこまで来れば。
What's left here? There's not much, is there?
No.
幅だ。幅はまあ東に思ったもん。
I mean, as it lies, you have that tap to the button for the extra end. That's
早すぎない方がいいね。
not really an easy shot to make. Could try and make it now, set up for your 2, or you could try and run that yellow again.
まあこれダメでもまあ最後
大丈夫大丈夫。
I think it's the tap to be played here.
8じゃ遅い。
Very tough to tap a guard straight onto the button. You just need perfect weight and perfect line. You say freeze is the tough shot in curling. Well, I think a 6 foot straight tap back is probably tougher.
Well, they're going for line at the moment.
You need to keep the line, obviously. And then the question is how much weight is on it when they make contact. Get a little chisel, maybe? Yes, they do. What a shot by Goaoki. That is really good. I was happy with that one.
He was left it in a spot that Van Dorp can't even play the slash on it. So it would drive into the yellow on the edge of the 4. Go, okay, showing a bit of emotion.
I might just have the same tap again for 2.
Wat gooit hij nu voor 2 als hij... Ja, precies, is er ook naar te kijken. Want volgens mij, die tap komt hij niet eens shot mee. Als nu deze
dan lig je met shot met 2.
Dan liggen wij shot met 2.
Wat heeft hij nu voor 2? Alleen denk ik deze draw / tap.
Ja, die tap voor 2 heeft.
Hij heeft niet die run.
Lots of discussion
Ja, misschien de run.
in this 10th end.
Nou,
2 stones to come.
denk het niet. Hij heeft een tap, hij heeft dezelfde tap voor 2. Hij heeft gewoon die nose run misschien. Ja.
Als je die gooit, dan ik denk dat die steen 1 ook al stikt.
Ik denk het ook.
Ik bedoel, 5 gaat en 2 gaat. Ja, dit is wel een krap potje om erheen te gaan, maar... Ja.
Ik denk niet dat je er komt, hè.
Ik denk niet dat je met een draw lengte er komt. Je kan wel iets tappen.
Tapt,
ja. Je moet langs
Als je
schil.
dit doet is oké.
Alle twee eigenlijk.
Ja, alleen het probleem is dat als je dit doet, zeg maar, dan maak je alleen die tap maar open.
Ja.
Als je dit doet, is het
Lots
ook
of
heel
chat.
erg fout eigenlijk.
Interesting to see
Dan heeft
how
hij
much
dezelfde
time
tap.
the teams have.
Dat is best wel
Obviously,
risico, denk ik. Dan heeft hij
taking this much time over it, they have plenty on the clock.
Ja, dan geef je hem die chicks
Volgens mij als je hem hier
van
legt, heeft hij
rechts.
niks voor 2. Ja, maar die heeft hij volgens mij niet, want er ligt 2 nog beter.
Ja?
Volgens mij had hij 1 of
Even see the clocks.
2 tap, ligt ons 2 nog shot. Wat als je het zelf doet?
Nearly 5 minutes.
Als je hem zelf tapt.
That's pretty quick play for anyone's standards to be left in the 10th end.
Dan heeft hij maar 1.
Nee, hij ziet er wel een stukje van.
Als
Het
je
is
zelf
heel veel
dit
risico,
doet,
maar je kan deze spelen.
ja, precies, dat dacht ik ook. Ook met gewoon normaal of zo. Oh, zo.
Dan
It's very difficult to play the freeze on top of this red because
Maar wel naar de dolly.
you'd have to get very tight to the right hand side red guard.
Maar stikt hij hem hier of rolt hij eraf? Dat is de
Ja, hij
vraag.
gaat hierheen. Maar
Dan heeft hij misschien een shot voor 2.
Ik vind dat echt een hele goede.
Ik denk dit de kans. Want dan
I
heeft
think
hij
what you
niks
do
voor
is find the easiest shot for 2, take it away from
Ja,
Japan.
behalve die pick
You probably get your extra end.
op 2. Hij
Oh,
kan
ja,
hier
die
langs
pick
en
op
die
twee, ja. Hij
en
kan
de schil
de
eruit
clean
pikken.
pick gooien.
zou je gooien, ja? Die guard of deze? Denk
Ja,
ik.
ik weet niet, ik kan ze allebei gooien, maar wat denk je dat hij het meeste kans heeft om te maken? Ja, de tap heeft hij net gegooid. Ja, maar diezelfde tap. Ja, het is moeilijk, maar het kan. Hij kan ook de hit maken.
Oké, gaan we doen.
Die clean pick zie je wel heel erg weinig van.
Ja,
dus,
Decided on the guard.
kans dat hij zeg maar
guard
Die
the,
zijn eigen rode pakt, ja.
the red
Waarschijnlijk gooit
just
hij
next
die
to
niet.
the 361 logo.
Ik denk dat hij even snel is, Carla.
Yeah, it's a tough tap to make, but I think it's probably the shot Japan would go for. I don't see much else.
Ja, op zich als je
Maybe try and peel out the yellow second, but you'd be risking catching your own red and lose the game.
Gaat het hier wel naar binnen of niet? Ik denk het wel. Misschien een haartje meer en dan kun je...
Dan kan je een haartje extra hebben.
Ja, wel iets meer dan net hè.
Ja, kan je een haartje meer dan net.
Eén, twee. Oké, lijn is goed. 2. Yep, kom maar. 2.
Weight looks okay.
Oké, clean.
Just needing to cover an edge of this red,
Hij is 3.
so it can't be promoted.
Oh, overkill nu. Daar blijf je bij. Yep, klein beetje. Oh.
Yep.
Oh, oh, oh. Mijn bal, ja, perfect.
Mooie bal.
Lekker hoor.
Oké, ja, dat is echt een perfecte plek.
Lekker houden.
Should be enough, I think.
Is that one just over curled, do you think?
I think it's okay.
タップできない右側から
Don't think you can see enough of that red to tap it straight back onto the button.
あでも全部入んないか
絡んでね、
全部入んない
わ。
なんないか
入りきらないでしょ。
なんないね
こ
いや強すぎ
う、結
強すぎちゃう
構これが逆に出るぐらいの見るとなるかな。
そうね
Question is, do you
入らんか。
go for your 2, risk losing the game, or
それか
take your 1 and go down the extra and try and
ソ
steal?
フトウェイトで
はいはいはいはいはいはい。
これだと思う
ま
いや
あこれうんこれ
ちょっと
かこれ
このリスクある
か。
けどこれほぼないし
ほぼノーリスクでできる。でも飛んでこないかな外に。
The shot for me is just to drive the yellow on the left hand side back onto the
別にこっち側
the
で
other
は
yellow. Can't really,
こうなると
don't see how you can lose your shot off the button.
これ多分こうなんだ。
でもそれでもいいんじゃない最悪
Not sure if that
こっちが狙う
red, the 8 will stick around though.
大丈夫だからね。これ飛んでいくからね。これでいこう。コントぐらい。バンパーとかコントじゃない。
バンパーだったら多分押し切れない。
オッケー。じゃあコントで。コントね。コント。
That's what they're going to try. Just a hair on the inside of nose. Already setting one. Drive the yellow back onto the yellow.
Bumper weight's probably the right way to play here. Do not see that red stone squeeze out the left door.
Final stone for Go Aoki in this 10th end. Must be close. Over curling. Did over curl. So it's going to be a single point for Japan in 10. The game all tied at 6-6. So we'll need extra time to find out the winner of this one.
水あるかな。どれが俺の水かわかんねえこれ。お茶飲む。
.6 the score in this session 6 of the 361 World Men's Championship from Las Vegas, Nevada in the United States. I'm Ken Edwards and I'm joined by Sander Rolvag. Japan versus the Netherlands, all square. Netherlands with last stone advantage. Where's your money in this gambling city?
Well, statistically, if you have last stone, you'll win quite often, so I'm going to put my money on the Dutch here. I'm not sure if my odds will be great though. I can tell you it's Carlo Glasbergen to really improve those odds for the Dutch team. If he can make these tick shots, 2 of them, well, that'll be a great help to Jaap van Dorp to throw the last stone for the win. Cannot remove these stones from play. You can try and just chip it over. This is just well heavy for weight and catches it way too thick as well. Runs it right through. Not a good attempt. And that stone's replaced.
Iyoyama throwing the centre guard, as we take a look at the final stone of the matchup between Norway and the USA. 5-5 after 9 ends. We're in the 10th. Greg Persinger needing fully 4 foot with his last stone. Sweeper's backed up off of this one.
Dust, guys.
Just clean. Just clean.
13-8.
No, go up.
Don't touch.
Is this one going to take a seat?
Don't touch.
Is it too heavy? Is it going to run too far? It is, and it's going to be a steal of 2 for Norway. Norway continue their winning run. Disaster for the US. Another defeat for them. 7-5 Norway pick up. A valuable point.
Hard, boys. Thank Carlo. Good.
I've seen Persinger throw a draw like that through early in the week. Had a 4 foot draw for the next round. It was straight through.
So Japan with the 2 centres on. Again throwing another centre. This one I think's maybe grabbed something. A little bit of debris on the ice.
Okay.
Seen the handle didn't rotate very much.
Ik denk dat dat nu lastig wordt. Kan je hem out of intern spelen?
Kan je niet tikken en dan over de top weg?
Kan je niet over? Kan je hem over de top of niet? Ja, kan.
Gewoon alleen die 2. Ja, die.
Als het risico is dat je hem tapt, moet je het niet doen. Ja, licht, dat is wel het risico, maar...
Hoeveel moet je raken om hem vanaf de buitenkant zeg maar te dubbelen? Die 2 in het midden.
Daar. Ja, dat kan.
Half steen is dat? Wat?
Ja, minder.
Minder.
Ja. Wat jij wil, Jaap? Denk zo. Oké. Killer, dit is veel. Dit is veel.
Call is to open up that centre, peel both the Reds from play.
Veel. Yep.
Jij voor.
Rollen.
Well, big mistake from Hochman, nosing that guard. That's the opportunity that Japan needed. If they could ever swing one round into the top of the 4 foot, it'd look really good for making the steal in this extra end.
ちょっとタイトになってきた。ちょっとありそう。あ、なるほど。
伸びてる気する。89まだ伸びてるかな。
ラインもいいよ。
ラインなら見たい。
ちょっと止まっていいよ。
止まってきてよ。
待っていいよ。
Yes.
Oh, what a shot.
Yeah, that's the kind of draw that could pick up a steal and win the game for Japan right here.
Shikuya trying that one right in on top of the button. Can Hochman make up for his earlier mistake?
Hard! It's hard! Yep!
Well, gets very fortunate by catching the high red onto the other red. It's actually trying to catch the yellow half stone. Very lucky to get anything.
プッシュあったらよかったでしょう。4秒41とかもいいよ。まだ滑る。ドローで38。
あのガード役に立つとは思わなかった。
ね。来た。41？4か41。
ちょっと待って。
41。あ、2でもどこまで？2。
Call would be a couple of feet short of the house on the centre line. Would that be the right call, Sander?
Yeah, just line quite important as well here. Even if you're top 12, just slightly buried around that guard. It's pretty good. Should be a good spot there. Chance for Walter Huskins to be a hero here, though. Might be their only good chance to slash the guards, get both off, maybe even run that stone just thrown by Japan onto the shot stone. Doesn't throw the bullet quite like the Japanese, but he's quite accurate when he wants to be. And there you go, very close to perfect. Does at least push that red off of the top button. Curls a fraction less than is perfect. Does leave a center guard, but the red stone is open. Do have an extra timeout for the extra end. Clocks were reset.
Elected to throw another centre guard.
Yeah, I think it's a bit early to come in around. We'll just allow Netherlands to run that yellow guard, maybe make the double. So throw at least one more guard here before you come around and sit two. I don't think you'll mind showing maybe half a stone on the outside of the shot. Just gotta make sure you have a good guard close to that center line. It's not bad there, but could have certainly afforded to have been 4 or 5 inches closer to that center line. Yeah, Van Dorp will call for the slash on the guards again. Again, could be lucky to just shave the yellow. Might redirect onto the shot stone, but definitely just a task here to get the 2 guards.
Doesn't want to stick the red onto the yellow.
He'll just do that and actually take out his own yellow on the wing.
Well, Japan are going to use their timeout. JD Lind will make his way down onto the ice.
I'm
sure he'll just say, throw something up. To cover that red.
ちょっとこれの配置がまずくなったよね。ここ置いとけばロールしても。いや、ここ置いたらダブルでここコンって言ったら俺らこうしなきゃいけないじゃん。最後はここだよね、もう。最後はもうそこだと思うね。まだここでいいか。それでもいいと思うんだよね。まだ相手決まってないから。今のところ。流れはこっちにある気がする。まあリンドに聞こう。
ドローだとドローダブルリスク。リスキー。いや、ドロー。まあ、ガード。まあ、ガード。ガード here. Yeah. Center. And if they take, come around.
Yeah.
It's option. So go center. Guard.
Our time is best. In turn.
Come around.
ラストショット。
どっち This one, center, or forward? Okay. Okay. Yeah, so 同じショット。Okay. They clear. Side go, come on.
Yeah.
They come around. Just freeze tap. Okay. Okay. 一緒で言う。いいよ。
一緒でいいと思う。
So what was the call, Sander?
I think it's a guard, although JD Lin does speak a good mix of English and Japanese. It's not always 100% easy to pick up on. I think the two different calls here is either you throw the guard again, or you come into the house, try and leave some sort of a stagger. Good chance you might see Van Dorp switch gears after this one, depending on where it ends up. This one's just going to be deep, and is not the option. It could have come that deep, but it would have had to be on the centre line. Leaves a double now for Netherlands.
Nee, dat snap ik, maar wel gewoon control peel. Ja, valt hier uit je weg, hè? Ja.
Which way do you want to play it? On the inside, leave the shooter, slash it. Look like they're actually just going to slash this one. I think just slightly worried he might roll towards the centre line, leave another guard staggered with the top red. We'll see. Not taking a lot of ice here, so might just be the inside double. Just from the path Huskins was cleaning, it looked like it was the slash. And it is, and it's not made. That is opportunity lost for sure.
So another guard. And Japan would find themselves in a very strong position in this next round.
3でいいよ。3。ああ、知ってる。知ってる？
I know
41ベースト4秒でもいいよ。
4秒ね。41だってちょっと押さないとまずくない。
いや大丈夫だよ。吐けばいい。プッシュの先は吐けば大丈夫。
ちょっとタイトだわ。ちょ待って待って待って。
2 or 3 feet shorter with Goyoki's final stone.
ちょっとオーバーカールしちゃう。
That'd be the desired position. Don't think it's too long.
Urging that stone to settle down. Does leave a bit of a hole. Is it big enough for Van Dorp to come through?
I think it is.
So it's either that or the wide in-turn draw. Just going to figure out what he likes the best. What is easiest. I think both are pretty tough. But you come through that hole with almost any weight, the shot's made.
Yeah, make it through the port. It should curl up enough to catch the red, and as long as you hold the shooter, you'll pick up the single point and the win.
Okay, ja. Gewoon back-8. Goeie call. Back-8, ja. Oké, Jappie. Denk het is nog gewoon hetzelfde, hè? Ja, zeker. Ja. Nog geen 9 of zo. 85, ja. 3,9, 85 is goed. Oké, back-8.
So they've called the timeout, but Shari is not making her way down onto the ice. No need. They know what they're doing.
Just for comfort, really.
T-line! Close, yep. T-line! Clean. Oh. Back 4. Oh.
Saying back 4 weight.
Back 8. Aha. Oh. Nooit. Carlo. Oh. Girl. Oh.
Oh, it's caught a piece of that red.
Go, go, go!
And it hasn't moved the other red far enough. So it's a steal of 1. Japan pick up their first win here at the World Championships. Good on them for sticking in. 7-6 winners over the Netherlands. Seventh end. Jaap van Dorp already sitting 1. A draw for 2. Into the forefoot. A 2 on the board. 10th end. Go Aoki, sitting 1 on the button, trying a delicate barrier weight to try and generate 2. Just misses the tap back on the red. So a single point as we headed for the extra. Japan sitting 1 in behind that guard. Jaap van Dorp being forced to play the back 8-foot tap on the red stone. Here's the top red, down onto the other red, and leaves it in the forefoot. So a steal for Japan and their first win here at the World Championships. 7-6, the final score. Elsewhere, one other game going on. Norway stealing 2 in the final end to pick up a win over the United States, 7-5. So here are the standings. Norway, Sweden and Korea all at the top of the pile, yet to be defeated. Canada, China, Scotland with 2 wins. Italy, Russia, Japan, Netherlands and the US with a single win. But Germany and Switzerland have yet to see a W appear on their stats.
A first win for Team Japan. Are you happy with your team's performance?
Yeah, every game they've gotten a little bit better. I know, being their first Worlds experience, it's been really interesting for them, but they're learning quickly. And yeah, today they played a lot better.
Had a big lead and seemed to slip away a little bit in the second half. Does that speak to their inexperience?
Oh, definitely. You could tell that you know, they had a lead and they started thinking, oh, we could maybe win our first game at the World Championship. And as soon as you think that, it starts to slip away a little bit. But they did a great job, especially in that extra end of focusing and finishing off that game.
Did your heart skip a beat on that last stone by Jaap van Dorp?
Yeah, I was sitting right on the line, and the whole way down, I was like, I knew it was going to be close, but yeah, as soon as he got by that guard, I actually thought he made it. So no, I was surprised that we pulled that one out. But yeah, you always feel for the other team when they miss the last one, but we'll definitely take it.
Well, thank you. Congrats.
Thank you.
That was Japanese coach J.D. Lind following their 7-6 win over the Netherlands.